So Senator John McCain made that heroic return to Capitol Hill last night. How was that, Senator?
Well, it was very emotional for everybody there. It was good to see him back. As I told him, I hadn't had a French lesson in several weeks, and as you know, he's one of these guys that can throw the French around as good as anybody can. But it was great to see him back on the floor, and I think he really added something because, first of all, he voted in favor of moving forward with the repeal and replace process.
Right.
He understood the procedures on it. But the second message that he had was there is a decorum in the Senate and there's a sense of fraternalism in the Senate that has done very well over the generations, and that sense of tradition has served us well over a long period of time. And he was really reminding us that we need to step above some of the petty partisanship and get back to actually trying to work side by side with people that we really do get along with. It's just that sometimes we let the politics take the forefront instead of setting some things aside and saying, okay, look, how are we going to get some results on this? Even if they're not the results we want totally, we might get 80% of what we want, but at least we're making progress for the American public. And his message was a very powerful message.
It was a powerful message. We watched it. And then he took to the floor, of course, to denounce the previous administration for putting forth Obamacare in the first place. He called for both sides of the aisle to work together. Here's a bit of that, Senator.
Our health care insurance system is a mess. We all know it. Those who support Obamacare and those who oppose it. Something has to be done. The administration and congressional Democrats shouldn't have forced through Congress without any opposition support a social and economic change as massive as Obamacare. And we shouldn't do the same with ours.
Just his return, Dagan McDowell, was a really big deal. As you said earlier, he flew across the country. He was in a flight, not an RV.
And Senator, I just look at that original vote where Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski would not vote even to move this health care bill to debate. And if they had actually stepped up and said, okay, I'm going to cast a yay vote here, Senator McCain, who's battling brain cancer, wouldn't have had to fly all the way across the country. I just thought that was the kind of breakdown among some Republicans that you're seeing in this overall health care fight.
Well, I have to tell you that I have a huge amount of respect for both of the senators that you've just mentioned, but I will tell you this, I think John McCain was coming back for this vote anyway. I don't think you could have kept him away. He was intent. He was going to be a part of this process, and he wanted to send that message, and I think it was very, very timely.
That's great. So you think you'll get this done, Senator? Do you think you will have a health care bill for the president to sign?
I'm optimistic that we will. It won't happen overnight. I think we're going to have to do it in conference committee. That gives us the opportunity to get the additional information from CBO for the scores on the amendments. It won't look the same by the time we get done with it as it does today, but I think we've got a real good possibility of getting the 51 votes.
All right, we will leave it there. Senator, we'll be watching. Thanks so much for the update.
Thank you.
Senator Rounds joining us there.